We forge the chains we wear in life. Procrastination is the thief of time, collar him. A loving heart is the truest wisdom. Scattered wits take a long time in picking up. A day wasted on others is not wasted on oneself. The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. Have a heart that never hardens, and a temper that never tires, and a touch that never hurts. There is nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. One should never be ashamed to cry. Tears are rain on the dust of earth. Ask no questions, and you'll be told no lies. Trifles make the sum of life. There is prodigious strength in sorrow and despair. A man is lucky if he is the first love of a woman is lucky if she is the last love of a man. My advice is, never do tomorrow what you can do today. Life is made of so many partings welded together. Nothing that we do is done in vain. I believe, with all my soul, that we shall see triumph. A very little key will open a very heavy door. There is nothing so strong or safe in an emergency of life as the simple truth. An idea, like a ghost, must be spoken to a little before it will explain itself. A word in earnest is as good as a speech. There are books of which the backs and covers are by far the best parts. Great men are seldom over-scrupulous in the arrangement of their attire. I must do something, or I shall wear my heart away. It's in vain to recall the past, unless it works some influence upon the present. Some people are nobody's enemies, but their own. I care for no man on earth, and no man on earth cares for me. The civility which money will purchase is rarely extended to those who have none. You cannot stain a black coat. Darkness was cheap, and Scrooge liked it. If there were no bad people, there would be no good lawyers. There are dark shadows on the earth, but its lights are stronger in the contrast. Never close your lips to those whom you have already opened your heart. The broken heart, you think you will die, but you just keep living, day after terrible day. Family not only need to consist of merely those whom we share blood, but also for those whom we'd give blood. Vengeance and retribution require a long time, it is the rule. No space of regret can make amends for one life's opportunity misused. Things cannot be expected to turn up of themselves. We must in a measure assist to turn them up. The men who learn endurance are they who call the whole world brother. I hope that real love and truth are stronger in the end than any evil or misfortune in the world. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. No one who can read ever looks at a book, even unopened on a shelf, like one who cannot. Take nothing on its looks, take everything on evidence. There's no better rule. The most important thing in life is to stop saying I wish and start saying I will. Consider nothing impossible, then treat possibilities as probabilities. You have been the last dream of my soul. Charity begins at home, and justice begins next door. Spring is the time of year when it is summer in the sun and winter in the shade. No varnish can hide the grain of the wood, and that the more varnish you put on, the more the grain will express itself. A dream, all a dream, that ends in nothing, and leaves the sleeper where he lay down, but I wish you to know that you inspired it. In a word, I was too cowardly to do what I knew to be right, as I had been too cowardly to avoid doing what I knew to be wrong. We'll start to forget a place once we left it. I am not old, but my young way was never the way to age. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of it to anyone else. Reflect upon your present, blessings of which every man has many, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. It is a melancholy truth that even great men have their poor relations. Happiness is a gift, and the trick is not to expect it, but to delight in it when it comes. Moths and all sorts of ugly creatures hover about a lighted candle. Can the candle help it? Detestation of the high is the involuntary homage of the low. Cheerfulness and contentment are great beautifiers and are famous preservers of good looks. I must be taken as I have been made. The success is not mine, the failure is not mine, but the two together make me. There can be no disparity in marriage, like unsuitability of mind and purpose. New thoughts and hopes were whirling through my mind, and all the colors of my life were changing. Think now and then that there is a man who would give his life to keep a life you love beside you. Death may beget life, but oppression can beget nothing other than itself. There is a wisdom of the head and a wisdom of the heart. Every traveler has a home of his own, and he learns to appreciate it the more from his wandering. I had considered how the things that never happen are often as much realities to us in their effects as those that are accomplished.